angel babies. How are you today? Hi, Stevie. Hi, Sailor. Did you guys have a nice birthday party for Daisy last night? It looked like so much fun. Grammy misses you, little peanuts. I sure do. I miss you so very much. Guess what Grammy found this morning? A spider! Can you believe it? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. We're going to call it the Eensy Weensy spider this time because I think that's really what it's called. The Eensy Weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Eensy Weensy spider went up the spout again. I think it's the Itsy Bitsy now that I sang that song. You Grammy's a little crazy sometimes. I'm a little crazy. Crazy. Today's March 2nd. You hear Lucy scratching under the bed? Come on, Goose. Come on out. You hear her? I don't know why she's doing that. She is scratching, though. Scratching, scratching, scratching. Lucy, honey, stop. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yay! Your birthday and Grandpa's birthday is in January. February, it's Valentine's Day. March is St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. April is Easter and Auntie May's birthday. May is Grandma's birthday. Grammy. June, I think Uncle Jerry's birthday is in June. Auntie May's birthday is April 27th. Let's see here. What else? July is your mommy's birthday. Yay! Mommy's birthday is in July. August, I can't think of much. September, can't think of much. October is Halloween. November is Auntie JoJo's birthday and Thanksgiving. December is Christmas. Yay! January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Good jobs. Good job. It's Monday, but the week starts with Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 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 Yay! Do you guys know where Thumbkin is today? Where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and play. Run and play. Where is Pointer? Where is Pointer? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and play, run and play. Where is Tall Man? Where is Tommy? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and play, run and play. Where is Ringman? Where is Ringman? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and play, run and play. Where is Pinky? Where is Pinky? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and play, run and play. Yay! Grab me a little stuffy. And it got a little cold. Got it from your cousin. I got it from your cousin Heavenly. I sure did. Grammy didn't take any medicine yet this morning, but I will. I'll take a shower, get some medicine, feel so much better. You guys want to read about Frog and Toad? It says Frog and Toad are friends. Frog and Toad are friends. It's a little hard to see. It says, one summer day, Toad was unhappy. He had lost the white four-holed, big round, thick-bottomed, thick button from his jacket. Who helped him look for it? His best friend, Frog. He was sick in bed and looking green. Frog, on another day, was unhappy. He was sick in bed and looking green. Who gave him some tea and told him a story? His best friend, Toad. Frog and Toad. Frogs are green and brown. Toads are green and brown. They look the same. Oh, look, there's 5 little stories in this book. We can read a couple of them. Let's see here. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. Toad, Toad, shouted Frog. Wake up! It's spring! Blah, said a voice from inside the house. Toad, Toad, cried Frog. The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up! I'm not here, said the voice. He's obviously in there because he's answering him. Well, that's silly. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. Toad, where are you? Called Frog. Go away, said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. Look, there he is. Toad's the brown one, and Frog is the green one. He had pulled the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of the bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. Help, said Toad. I cannot see anything. Lucy, Lucy, stop that, baby. Lucy's scratching under the bed. Scratch, 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 scratch. I don't know why she's doing that. Look, he drug his friend outside. Lucy! Don't be silly, said Frog. What you see is the clear, warm light of April. And it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it, said Frog. We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings, we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars. You can count them, Frog, said Toad. I'll be too tired. I'm going back to bed. He's grouchy and he just wants to sleep, huh? Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed and pulled the covers up over his head again. But Toad, cried Frog, you will miss all the fun. Listen, Frog, said Toad, how long have I been asleep? There he is back in bed. You have been asleep since November, said Frog. Well then, said Toad, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about past May. Good night, Frog. I'm going to sleep until May. That's a long time. But Toad, said Frog, I will be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still up on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January, and the February, and the March pages. He came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page too. He tore off just January, February, March, April. See what else he did. Oh. Frog ran back to Toad's bed. Toad, Toad, wake up. It is May now. What? Said Toad. Can it be May so soon? Yes, said Frog. Look at your calendar. Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. Frog. Frog is tricking Toad. He sure is. Why is it? It is May, said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. Oh, he tricked him. He tricked his friend. Interesting. That was a pretty good story, wasn't it? The next one's called The Story. This is what's called a table of contents. This tells you what the story names are and what page to find them on. You guys want to read one more? The Story, it's called. It's on page 16. See, the numbers are at the bottom of the page. 7. There's 14. And 16. Yay! Okay. This one's called The Story. Ah, now Frog's in bed. One day in summer, Frog was not feeling well. Toad said, Frog, you are looking quite green. Oh, he's green anyway. But I always look green, said Frog. I'm a frog. Today you look very green, even for a frog, said Toad. Get into my bed and rest. Toad made Frog a cup of hot tea. Frog drank the tea, and then he said, Tell me a story while I'm resting. He wanted to get a story told to him, huh? All right, said Toad. Let me think of a story to tell you. Toad thought and thought. But he could not think of a story to tell Frog. Not even one story. Grandma could think of some stories. I will get out on the front porch and walk up and down, said Toad. Perhaps that will help me think of a story. There he is, walking up and down on the porch. Toad walked up and down on the porch for a long time, but he could not think of a story to tell Frog. No goodness, he couldn't think of a story to tell his friend Frog. Then Toad went into the house and stood on his head. Standing on his head. Why are you standing on your head? Asked Frog. I hope that if I stand on my head, it will help me to think of a story to tell you, said Toad. Toad stood on his head for a long time. but he could not think of a story to tell Frog. That's page 21. Couldn't think of any story to tell Frog. That's crazy. Then Toad poured a glass of water over his head. Why are you pouring water over your head? Asked Frog. I hope that if I pour water over my head, it will help me to think of a story, said Toad. Toad poured many glasses of water over his head, but he could not think of a story to tell Frog. That's so crazy. Then Toad began to bang his head against the wall. Look. Bam, bam, bam. Why are you banging your head against the wall? Asked Frog. I hope that if I bang my head against the wall hard enough, it will help me to think of a story, said Toad. Like he's all dizzy now from hitting his head on the wall. I am feeling much better now, Toad, said Frog. I do not think I need a story anymore. Then you get out of bed and let me get into it, said Toad. Because now I feel terrible, Frog said. Would you like me to tell you a story, Toad? Yes, said Toad, if you know one. Once upon a time, said Frog, there were two good friends, a frog and a toad. The frog was not feeling well. He asked his friend Toad to tell him a story. The toad could not think of a story. He walked up and down on the porch, but he couldn't think of a story. He stood on his head, but he could not think of a story. He poured water over his head, but he could not think of a story. He banged his head against the wall, but he still couldn't think of a story. Then the toad did not feel so well, and the frog was feeling better. So the toad went to bed, and the frog got up and told him a story. The end. How was that, Toad? Said Frog. But Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Okay, we're going to put our little page marker in. Mark the page. And we'll know we can start there tomorrow with the story of the Lost Button. The Lost Button. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. We'll look at some shapes real quick. Then we're going to get ready for work soon. Let's see. What's this one? It's a circle. Good job. You girls are so sweet and so smart and so kind and so funny. And you're beautiful. You're brave and you're strong. You're worthy. You are amazing little babies. Yes, you are. Okay, what is this one? What's that one? Good job. It's a square. Good job. And what's that one? A heart. Good job. That one was easy, huh? That one was easy. Let's try this one. It's 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. Try. Good job, triangle. Good job, triangle. Then this one. It's kind of like the square, but it's different. It's long. The rectangle. Oh my goodness, you are so stinking smart. You are. You want to do some rhyming words? Let's start with cat. C-A-T. Cat. B-A-T. Bat. H-A-T. Hat. Cat, bat, hat. Cat, bat, hat. Sat. Cat, bat, hat, sat. Cat, bat, hat, sat. How about this word? Doesn't rhyme with these ones at all, but it's a different word. Bed. B-E-D. Bed. R-E-D. Red. Bed, red. This is more like a name than a word, but Ted. Red bed, Ted. Lead. Lead. Bed, red, Ted, lead. Cat, bat, hat, sat. Cat, bat, hat, sat. You babies are so smart. Smartest little 2-year-olds I know. Yes, you are. Grammy's erasing everything now. Erase, 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 erase. Erase, 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 erase. I hope you have a wonderful day, sweet angels. Grammy loves you with all her heart. I love you. Poop, poopy doo.